With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Yeah, and you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's tough to play zone defense where they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Hey, come on.
Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
That's caught right side. It's Warren. And this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Patterson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call of the loss loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing is Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The Ravens hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Patterson.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Oh, nice move. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, will keep it himself. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Jackson. And it is caught. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
There's
a short one caught by Johnson.
Fighting his way through contact. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Theo Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 13. Bengals nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10.
Cup 19.
Back to throw. Patterson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Cowboy 80. 18, 5 years.
Looking to throw. Patterson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Hardman on the return.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
180.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Jackson. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. Luke now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score. Ravens 20. Bengals nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2nd and 5. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time where we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger. Cup 19. Cup 18. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun, Patterson.
Over the middle, pass caught by Warren.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
The rookie from Texas Tech on target there. It's a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
And that's out quickly to Chase. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 Lions. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Down the field, he's got Warren.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Come on. Set. Cowboy.
They'll look to throw again. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Warren. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Bengals. What a great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Bengals are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good setup.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Catch is made by Hardman. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Oh, we changed it.
Back to throw now on first down.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
No.
To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now Lamar changing the play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
Now Brown. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Patterson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And it'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Here's Hardman to return.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
180. Sit on. 180. Hey. Sit on.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
180. Sit on.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Now they'll order to something else.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. Cougar 19. 19 Lions. Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. Patterson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Operating from the gun. Patterson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the Bengals are going to be set up in a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Bronco 80.
Back to throw. Patterson.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Got it. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18. Reload. Just ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Red. 60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 70. Mustang 19. Ready.
Looking to throw. Patterson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Cincinnati.
Noah Fant, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bengals get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Bengals will line up for the two-point conversion.
Pass the 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught at the 2. And they will get back to within one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. They'll work the middle here with Wright.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Play action. Now Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Quick.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
A give up the middle to Wright.
There's a nice move. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
15. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Ready? Prep 19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11. Mustang 19. Ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Patterson. That's caught. Andre Yoshibas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's first and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready?
Back to throw. Patterson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up now, second and 9.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Go! Panther 60. Panther 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. 79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun. Patterson.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
19 Tiger. 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
Buffalo 18. 18 Cardinals. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Draft 60. Draft 60.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Warriors 70.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute. First and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Second and 6. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up first and 10 here.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 19 Lions. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun, Patterson.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And able to get it inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the full. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, this crowd into it now. Third and 2.
70. Tag. Panther 60.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Panther 60.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do that, right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, Here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.